All right, good day, and welcome to the third episode of The Naked Truth. I'm JR, and I've got a friend of mine here with me. His name's James Cotton, and me and James have rode together quite a bit, and that's the reason I've asked him here for this episode, because we're going to talk about roads. We're going to talk about county roads, Arkansas highways. We're not going to really talk about interstates or anything like that. And the area of Arkansas we're going to talk about is the northwest section of Arkansas. Highway 71, Highway 23, Highway 21, Highway 7. We got 412. There's Highway 60. So we're going to cover quite a bit right here in this little section. So what I'm going to start off with is Highway 71. We're going to start off far west side of Arkansas, and that's Old Highway 71. I've traveled up and down 71 quite a bit. You said you've been on 71 several times, right?
Yeah.
Going north up through that way from 40 is just not really that great. It's really a good deal if they put that highway out there.
Oh yeah.
Interstate 49 out there now. Of course, any of you been up that way, you know you love the tunnel on 49. So that's another reason to stay off 71. But it is a lot of intercity traffic, if I'm remembering right, going north up that way.
It is. It's.
And then I know from driving a truck, you probably know from being a truck driver too, you go south down 71 through Fort Smith and all that, it's just kind of flat.
Yeah, once you get up from 40 this way, south of 40, it's
just straight dead gun line. Yeah, there ain't no fun to it at all. So, you know, it's not that great of a road to really get on. 49, of course, that's the interstate. It's a great road. It's an interstate, so you can get on there and haul ass. That's always a good thing, ain't it, James?
Yeah.
But if you are up around that area, up around in Fayetteville, there's a couple of roadside attractions that I've been to. One of them is Natural Dam, and then there's also Devil's Den State Park up around that area. And there's a War Eagle Mill. They've got a restaurant up the top. Well, you said you've never been to War Eagle neither, huh?
I've never been there.
The road, I can't remember the whole highway that takes you down into War Eagle down there, but it's a fun road. And you can go down there and have a little lunch, dinner. They've got a gift shop. It's old sawmill is what it is, I guess. Is that what they are? Old water mills?
Yeah.
Grain mill or whatever. And that's a real good place. The Devil's Den State Park, it's a good place just to go hang out at for a little bit. There's some back roads up through there that I got onto, and you got to kind of watch those roads up. If you go up Devil's Den State Park and take any of those back roads, there's a lot of washout.
Yeah, washouts.
Yeah, landslides. Yep. We went up there and got on a road, and there was several spots where landslides had taken out the side of the road or washed down into the road so much that you had to go around a curve as one lane. So it's kind of, a little iffy. So there's a little bit of that area for you of places that I've been to and that I like to go to and ridden. Now we're going to go on and move down here to Highway 23. Everybody knows Highway 23 pretty much, the famous pig trail. From 40 north, you go from Ozark up to Eureka Springs, right?
Yep, up to, yep.
Yeah, and you can go on into Missouri.
Yeah.
Clearly. So that is a great stretch of road. Up till just a few years ago, I'll tell you, I wouldn't have rode on that road, James. There was so much construction going on.
The pig gravel and the construction.
Yeah, it was just terrible, man. I think probably about 4 years ago when I first rode it. I was behind more dump trucks, and it took, God, seemed like an hour and a half just to get up to Eureka Springs or more.
Yeah.
So I stayed off of that, and I rode it last year. Did you ride it last year?
Not last year, I didn't.
The year before that? When's the last time you were on it?
Probably about 2 years.
And they were finished with a lot of that construction up
Yeah,
there?
well, it's a hit and miss. You're always gonna find something like it around up there.
Okay, because we rode it last year and went to Springfest. I guess that's what they have up in Eureka Springs,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I went up there, and there was hardly no construction at all going on that I seen. The roads were really great. I was very impressed with it, to the point to where I went, man, now this is a good road.
Yep.
So Highway 23 is a really, really good road if y'all like a lot of switchbacks, it's just a lot of curves.
Just a lot of scenery.
And a lot of scenery, yeah. There's 2 real good pull-off points, and
Yeah.
then several little small pull-off points in between Ozark and Eureka there. Now, there's Highway 21. I've ridden that a lot. It's not a real curvy road. It's just a real good road. It doesn't have a lot of potholes. There's not a whole lot of, the only real big threats is wildlife.
Yeah. There's a lot of deer in that area.
There's a lot of deer in that area, and those straight stretches like that, they just pop out on you, and you won't even, before you even know it. So, you always got to watch out for the wildlife here in Arkansas. And 412 Highway 412, which runs east and west.
Yeah, love that road.
That's a great road.
And it's big, it's wide.
It's big, it's wide, it's like an interstate.
Yep.
And you don't have any kind of real debris or any threats of a lot.
Yeah.
You got big truck traffic, and you'll hit a few little
Little
cities.
small spots like Yaleville, stuff like that.
Yeah,
When you go through
yeah,
town.
and they're not that big of an
No,
issue.
not that big of a deal.
And seeing how it's such a major intersection like that there's plenty of places to get gas, drinks, food,
Yep.
anything like that you would want. So, I guess pretty much not looking at the map, what we're gonna do now is go right on into talking about, well, let's talk about Highway 16 a little bit before we start talking about our favorite road. We got to throw Highway 16 out there. I really like Highway 16.
Yeah, it's a decent road.
It's a good road. It's got great little stretches of switchbacks and some great curves into it the further west you get.
Right.
But the thing I like about Highway 16 is it's like 412, it runs the whole length of the state,
Yeah.
except you're on a back road.
Yep.
Now, if you do get on 16, beware. You're not going to have as many gas stops, food, or anything like that. You are on the back road. So, if you're like me, I love the back roads.
Yep.
I don't care about stuff. As long as I can get some gas, I'm all right. Other than that, I love the back roads. So Highway 16 is really, really up in my top 10 of roads.
Yeah.
As far as distance wise and things, not so much going bar hopping in restaurants, but things to see and things to do.
Yeah, you're in nature.
In nature. You're just out there, yeah. And actually, I had a deer running the side of my bike out on Highway 16.
Yep.
Little old doe come running out behind his mom and running the side of my bike. I've had some of the closest deer calls
Yeah, that's scary.
on Highway 16.
It's always iffy. If I ride that road, it's usually right up about, midday. I try not to hit it real early in the morning and not real late at night.
Yeah, that's great advice right there, and that's something I live by too. If I'm up in those mountains here in the Ozarks, I try to get out of them mountains before sundown. I want off of that mountain.
Too many scares.
Too much wildlife, that's right. You've got wild boars, coyotes, deer. I mean, just about anything that'll run out on the street. If they get spooked, they'll jump out there and get you. So anyway, 16's a great road. Not only it runs all the way, shoot man, I take it all the way to Draskell. But you know, I actually rode Highway 16 last time I was up in Fayetteville.
Right.
And right up around in Fayetteville area, around there on 16, oh, it gets real fun.
Yeah.
It really gets fun, man. So it's a great road. All right, so what we're going to do next, all these roads that we're talking about, the big majority of them, like 23, 21, these are scenic routes, just like Highway 7's, which what we're going to talk about now. Highway 7 is out of far my favorite road. It runs north and south the whole length of the state. And again, if you're going from Russellville
up towards Jasper.
Once you pass Dover,
Yeah.
you're there. You're there. Now there is Rotary and rest area there.
And then you got the restaurant up at the peak.
That's one closer up into Jasper, the Cliff House. There's several good pull-off points where you can see Arkansas. Once you get on past Rotary Inn is a big rest area that they've got there. They've got public restrooms and all that.
Beautiful view.
Yeah, great view. Great, y'all. It's all beautiful up there. And then once you get on past that, you run into what they call the Arkansas Grand Canyon area.
Yep.
That's where the Cliff House is at.
It's a nice place.
The Cliff House is a really good place. If you've never visited the Cliff House and you plan a trip going north up towards Jasper on Highway 7, check out their hours and everything. They've got a restaurant there and they serve real good food and all that. It's a great stop off and one of the prettiest views in Arkansas.
Nice people. Everybody's always friendly.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I've had all the same the feelings about that area that you do. Now you get on up into Jasper. Now you're back into it's a, I don't know, how would you describe Jasper? It's not really a country town. It is, but it isn't.
I don't know. It's beautiful.
It's got a little country square like a lot of the little towns have.
Little place up there they do live music on Friday nights.
Yeah, it's a little happening place. Now I don't think they serve alcohol there anywhere.
I don't think so, but I don't think so.
But I'm sure there's plenty of moonshine around up in that area.
Just ask
somewhere.
around.
Yeah, just ask around. That's a good one, James. And Jasper's a great place. There's several little cafes there you can eat at, little novelty stores that you shop within the little strip. Yeah. And there's always,
if you want to go up there for the weekend and just do canoeing and
there you go,
just camping.
Yeah.
It's a happening spot.
Yeah, that area up there, if I could ever retire and move to a place, that would be it. Somewhere around in that area. Okay, from there also, it was Highway 74. That's just a little bit on further north. Actually, you'll pick it up in Jasper. You can get on Highway 74 and run it west out of Jasper, and it'll take you down toward Ponca, and that's where there's elk.
Yep.
You ever went and seen the elk down in Ponca? Have you?
That's nice down there.
I lucked out and seen them one time. We just caught it by luck. And you got to check out the seasons and times on that. Now, if you've never seen the elk and you don't know nothing about the elk, you will only see them early in the morning and late afternoon, from my understanding. You really don't see them during the day. So you're best to get you a cabin and spend the night
Oh, yeah.
instead of
There's
trying
plenty
to
do
ride.
up there, plenty to take in.
Yeah, and Branson's not very
Yeah,
far.
not far.
I mean, there's all kinds of places. So, so that would be that. Okay, now come back up to Jasper, and you're back on Highway 7 again. And what you can do is take Highway 74 east this time, and you can run it into Highway 123 south,
Yep.
which is an Arkansas Dragon Tail. Now, me myself, I like this road. I really like this road.
Yeah, everybody likes that road, and it's a really fun road to ride. If you're riding, I like to ride it myself going north.
Yeah, you
Instead
can
of
pick it up
going
off
north and
Highway
coming
7 right
south
there.
on it, you know, it's a little funner the other way.
Yeah,
So,
it really is.
Yeah.
Well, you're going uphill instead of downhill.
right.
And if any of you are ridden a lot of these switchbacks or anything, it's easier to push up than it is going down. So I think that's why James is kind of saying it's better going up than going down.
I don't know.
It just
It's
seems
just- it's just me.
it just seems different. It
Yeah,
really
it
does.
It's a
It
whole
does.
totally different ride. If
It
you ride
really
You
is.
can ride it all the way up and turn around and come back, and it's like two different experiences.
It really is. It really is. And Highway 23, it'll run you right back into Highway 7. You can take it on back down south. If you'll keep on coming back down south on Highway 7, at Sands Gap, where Highway 16 and 7 junctions at right there, Highway 23 splits off and goes west.
Yeah.
And you can go down, there's Hall Creek, there's some more side road attractions, a very easy waterfall to get to. Me and Loretta go to it a lot.
Right.
It's Hall Creek Falls, and you just ride down 123 down there, and 123 is a real fun road. Again, even though it's still, I don't know if they still consider that the Dragon Tail or not, but
No.
it's still a little twisty little road that's down there. It's even got a 1-lane bridge that you got to go across. And once you get across that 1-lane bridge, if you'll keep looking to the left, you'll see a big sign right there. It says Hall Creek. And you can just go down there. You can pull your bike on down. If the road's not flooded out, sometimes they'll close the gates. It floods out down there, and you may have to walk, but it's not that far of a walk. Or if the gate's open, you can ride your bike on down there, and the waterfall's just right there. So Hall Creek, and that's one of our real fun places to go. There's also Fallen Water Falls. We showed you some pictures of that place.
Yeah, we looked at that earlier.
That's up there off Highway 16.
Yeah.
And just right around Ben Hur. Now, if you decide to go to it's called Richland Creek Recreational Area is what it's called.
Right.
If you decide to go to Fallen Water Falls, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a dirt road. It's not bad, but don't go any farther than Fallen Water Falls because that road gets really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it's not any fun. And outside of that, I don't know, James. What do you think?
I like the stretch of road between Jasper and Harrison. Once you take out of Jasper and go up to the backside of Harrison, that stretch of road is just awesome.
On the Highway 7 right there? Yeah, right before you get on up to 65.
Yeah, but you know, most folks
Well,
consider just from like Russellville to Jasper, you know, that's an awesome ride, but if you'll take it on up,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
even better at the top.
Oh yeah, it really is. You're right. Yeah, if you want to keep on going from Jasper, you can go on into Harrison, Arkansas from there.
Yeah, you can come over to, what is that, Snowball?
Yeah. Well, you know, Dog Patch is right there. Another roadside attraction, and I've been to it. It's really cheap, really fun, really quick. It doesn't take up a whole lot of time. The caverns up there.
Yep.
They're Can't remember the name of them off the top of my head.
Mystic Caverns.
Mystic Caverns. There you go. Oh, and there's in Natural Bridge, or that's over on 65, isn't it?
I think that's back down towards Clinton, right?
Or is it on Highway 7?
Uh,
I think it's on 65. Some reason I'm thinking Natural Bridge.
we'll have to fact check that.
Yeah, I got to fact check that. Oh, very good. I knew I had you here for a reason. All right, man. I don't know. Is there any now? If I didn't want to talk a lot about past I-40, but I've got to say, Highway 7. Even if you go on past 40 and keep on that, it is fun from start to end to me.
Arkansas's got some of the most prettiest and beautiful rides you could ever do.
I believe that.
I've been out across Texas. I've been in Oklahoma, and Missouri, and we've been to Tennessee, Louisiana. Arkansas's got it.
As far as you not having to put in a whole bunch of miles,
yeah, you ain't got to put in a whole lot of miles.
Deal with a lot of headache.
Yeah.
Because you get in higher altitudes and it begins
your bike wants to run like crap.
Bike wants to run like crap. You start freezing your ass off. Yep. You're sliding around in snow.
But if Arkansas, they've got just a little bit of everything that you can imagine on a ride. You want to ride the Delta, you want to ride the mountains, you want to ride the twisties. You can do it, and you can do it in a day. You ain't got to plan a whole 3 or 4 days to go see everything you want to see.
That's right. That's exactly. Yeah, that's like he was saying to me. That's the great thing about being in Arkansas to me.
Is we can leave out this.
I can leave out early in the. Now I may put in 500 miles in one day, but I'm back home that night.
We've had a really good day.
And I had a really good day. I'm sore as all get out, but. But yeah, I had a good day. That's exactly right.
You've seen wildlife, you've seen the mountains, you've seen all kind of terrain, waterfalls.
Are there any restaurants around in that area that you can think of? I know one that I really like a lot. But
which one?
Is there any restaurants that you've been up around in the Northwest that stand out to you?
We go everywhere. We eat in Branson a lot. Hell, we've eaten in Branson. That little Ozark Cafe there in Jasper, that's a good little spot. The one over there on Highway 7 south of Jasper, what would you call that logo?
The Cliff House.
That's a really good spot to be.
Have you ever been to a Low Gap?
No.
Low Gap Cafe it's in Jasper, Arkansas, but it's down there off 70, is it 72 or 74? 74. It's down on the back side of Jasper down there.
I will have to check that out.
And they're only open a very few. This guy used to be a master chef.
Right.
And it's him and his wife that run this little bitty restaurant, and they're only open a few days out of the week.
Is that the place with the really good brownies?
Huh?
Is that the place with the really good brownies?
Yeah, he makes real good brownies. But yeah, if y'all, Low Gap Cafe, if you can get out to that place, I really highly recommend. There are great people out there. You'll have fun going to that place. It's really cool. It's half the size of Ozark Cafe, probably. It's real small, real intimate.
Right.
It's not a real big
But
restaurant.
in small places like it's usually is where you find the best food at.
Yeah. And the guy's a master chef, so if you haven't been to Low Gap, check them out. They're a good place. What about there's that hamburger place, little pull off the road hamburger place up around, and I can't think of the name of it. I've never stopped into it. I've just seen it. And I'm thinking it's up off 21, but I could be wrong. Well, I can't think of that off the top of my head. So anyway, there's a little quick view of some of the northwest Arkansas areas that me and James have ran. Hope it helps you with some information. if there's something you can think of, especially you guys that live up in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, I
You can
know
point us into something.
you need to, yeah, you need to tell us something because we don't know everything. We think we want to, but we don't. So just help us out. Tell us about any roads we can check out. I've kind of been on a little down slump since many of you probably know I had a wreck in October, and I got tied up trying to replace my bike in the holidays and all of that. So that's why it's taken me so long to put out episode 3. And man, I can't thank you enough for coming out and helping me do this, James.
I appreciate it.
James lived out and has ran a lot of the Delta parts of Arkansas, so
Born and raised.
I'm going to get him to come back and do another episode when I get down, because I hate the Delta lands. I don't like eating bugs. So I'm going to get James to come back and help me whenever I start getting on down to that area. And again, just thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being a part of Arkansas Wind Therapy. And man, we hope to see you out on the road one day. Y'all be good. Take care.